welcome to our Global 9 screencast for the week of December 21st through the 25th, although the assignment will be due on the 23rd. This is week 16 of marking period number 2. Let's get to it. If you look into our marking period 2, your folder structure should look something along these lines. Here, I'll click into week 16 for this week's assignment. You'll be looking in this area here for the screencast, and then, excuse me, and then we'll get into the writing assignment. So this is equivalent to a test grade, so it is a Google Docs style assignment. And as you open it up, you'll see that there's some background information, and then your basic instructions. The background information is good for you to take a peek at, as it begins to describe a little bit about caste system and its relationship with Hinduism. So let's take a look at the assignment. This is where all the instructions are located. When you click into this, you'll get your own copy, where at the top of the page you should click in and add your name, and you could change the highlights and so on and so forth. And then you'll see that there's basically 3 different parts, and I tried to identify them as easily as possible because you should do 3 separate parts, and it should be in paragraph form. And I'll just scroll down to the other page where I gave you some space to begin to work. I arbitrarily just gave like 15 spaces. It'll probably be more than that, and you'll see the box move as you begin to type. But use that space to, again, just remind you that there are 3 parts, and this is how they're going to work. So back up to the top. The first part will be worth 30 points. It's a vocabulary piece where we're asking you to write a diary entry or maybe a short story that uses the 9 vocabulary words that are listed below in the box. And again, I think that you should probably keep in mind that taking on the persona of a kid who is in a particular caste, and perhaps he is the child of a farmer. His father is a farmer. His father was a farmer, in other words, grandfather, and no doubt your children will become farmers. And again, the whole bit about marrying into, for the boys, you would be a farmer. For the ladies, you would be marrying a farmer. So you're staying within the caste. That's really the whole gist of all that. But you'll see the vocabulary words at the bottom, and I'll explain in just a second. Part 2 is working on the caste system. So we're going to ask you to research and explain how the caste system developed in India and how it works. So we would expect 3 to 5 sentences about the history of the caste system and how it developed throughout India and over the course of time. And then how it works is more about following your dharma, get good karma, be reincarnated to a higher caste, and then ultimately moksha. The last piece is the third part will be worth, again, 10 points. This will be the AP themes connection. Your job is to select one theme from the list of 6. These are the 6 that we've been doing throughout. You can connect the caste system to any one of these 6 themes. There are ones that are easier or better. Certainly we would highlight the cultural development piece. This is around belief systems. It's around the culture. It's around the people themselves in regional spaces. But definitely you could also point to governance. You could definitely point to economic systems. And you could definitely point to, and this is probably the second easiest, the social interactions and organization. So themes 2, 3, 4, and 5 work really, really easily with this particular topic. And again, that'll be worth 10 points. So the whole thing is worth 50 points. Let's get to how to do the diary. This will be worth 30 points, and you'll see there's 9 words, so there's really 27 points that are going to be out here for you. The other 3 will be based on, just your organization. So you could actually grade this writing piece before you even turn it into your teacher. You see the words are listed: dharma, karma, reincarnation, caste system, untouchable, moksha, outcast, samsara, and Vedas. So how do you get the points? For each use of the word, and you only get this once, but when you use the word, so when you use the word dharma or karma or whatever, you get 1 point. When you use the word and define it, so we're trying to get you to extend your sentences to try to provide more details and evidence towards the actual idea. So when you use the word, you get a point, and then when you define it, you get a second point for that word. When you use the word and define the word and provide an example, you'll get 3 points total. So this is really what we want you to be able to do. And you'll notice how I highlighted and then colored in red and green the extension points. So for a total of 3 points, here's an example. If in your diary you're going to talk about, you're coming up to a word, and I'm going to use Moksha as my example. So I'll just say simply along the lines, here I am a little boy living in India, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I might come up with this word as I begin to talk about it, and I'll say, Hindus believe in Moksha. All right, there's 1 point. I use the word. I even highlighted it for my teacher to make sure that they see the use. Now, if I use the word moksha many times throughout my piece, I'm not going to keep highlighting it. Just highlight it where you know that you're going to be going for your credit. So Hindus believe in moksha, 1 point. I'll continue. Moksha is the end of the reincarnation cycle, and it is, here it is, considered their final resting place. That would be the definition of moksha. And that's where I now get 2 points for this word. If I continue just a little bit more, and this is where we're providing evidence, we're extending our answer, we're becoming more like an AP honors type writer, and we're going to provide an example by saying something as simple as similar to heaven for Christians. That's an example. So I use the word, I define the word, and then I gave an example. So it's all about practicing trying to get to that piece. You need to do that for all 9 words as you're going through. This should not be just a list of words and examples. It should be a story. So try your best to have a little fun with it and be creative. You could use as much space as you need. As I said, here there's about 10 or 15 spaces for you to write, but that'll expand as you go. You may need to delete a couple things to keep it tight, but you can see we're expecting you to type in the boxes, and you can see it even carried over. I expect this fully to carry over to probably 2 full pages by the time you're all done. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get on your email and let your teacher know. Additionally, I know that I am planning to do this in class on our shortened week. So the week of week 16, beginning on December 21st, is a blue day. December 22nd is a gold day, and December 23rd is a remote day. Those days will be dedicated to classwork, where I'll be in the room. We could use breakout rooms to talk and chat if you'd like to, as smaller groups, but this is going to be the idea that we're going to look at to try to get ourselves in the right direction. I hope this is helpful, and we'll see you in class.